Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Crybaby Pumpkabun, or Lulu, and welcome back to our blind Let's Play of the 100 Line Last Defense Academy 2. Last time, we did a lot of free time, that was nice. Hiriko was investigating stuff, didn't want us to help her, so we got free time. And then Ima died in his cage, somehow. Anyways, we were investigating that. Hiriko showed up in our room in the middle of the night telling us she wanted to talk to us. And so, that's what we're going to do today, is talk to Hiriko and see what she's got for us. Morning. Hiriko said she wanted to talk to me about something today. I wonder what that's all about. But then something interrupted my thoughts. The alarm! I better get over to the war room. Alright, that's also acceptable. When I arrived, I took a quick look around to check that everyone was there. Everybody ready? Defensive battle initiate. Alright, timeline-wise, I think all the commanders are dead, so this should just be minions fight. It's not like it particularly matters anymore, since we have finished upgrading everyone. Everyone is now at max upgrade. So, no longer actually need the BP, but also we found out a couple episodes ago that skipping the battles does still give you the BP. So I've just been doing these battles over and over and over again, spending so much time in my recordings. My recordings are taking like 3 times as longer sometimes because I keep recording these fights that I would cut just to learn that I could have just been skipping them this entire time. Not that I dislike the combat or anything, but at this point I'm like, okay, the combat's nothing new, it's not difficult, it's not even remotely challenging at this point. Hasn't been for a while. I don't know of any reason not to skip battles. Especially because it literally does exactly what my cuts were doing.
Okay.
That just leaves the commander.
Keep up the good work, everyone.
Whomst? Oh, it's Zenta. I'm learning the names. I promise. I remember that one before they showed it. I swear. Yeah, I recently watched what episode was it? 138, and saw like that what led up to the decision we started from last time, or 2 times ago, or whenever that was, and
I am Zenta,
Quen's
the paragon of harmony. Even if my flesh is destroyed here, my soul shall live on eternally, and it will destroy you all.
Interesting. Anyways, what I was trying to say is that last time since last time I did actually realize, at this point, I think Zenta is the only commander left, because we did beat Quenzile and New Gank and Turum Tommy in the other time before the decision already. So like they're all dead. So I think Zenta's the last one's left. Maybe no, I think that's it.
Your soul will live on. So you really do have the power to curse people?
Curse? Yes, of course. My curse will be upon you. There is no escape. You will all perish.
With those final words, something strange happened to Zenta's body. It splintered all over and burst into tiny pieces, disappearing in a plume of smoke. We've seen that animation. When have we seen that? What does that mean? Interesting. That night, we all met in the cafeteria for dinner. Veshness didn't show up this time. That's something. Probably because Zenta self-destructed. There was no cryptoglobin for her to absorb after that. More importantly, you guys heard what Zenta said, right?
You mean right at the end?
Don't pretend like you didn't hear that. My curse will be upon you. You will all perish. Probably just acting sore on account of losing. You can't keep running from the truth forever. Or have you forgotten what happened after Ava cursed us?
I understand that what you're trying to say, but what do you expect us to do about it?
The others were all killed when they were on their own. Obviously, we all gotta stay in a single group from now on. We stick together so that we can be ready for the next time the ghost attacks. That's the only way we're gonna survive this.
I'm impressed. You said something that's not completely drivel for once.
What are you talking about? I'm the only one here who has ever had any good ideas. Having to put up with my company, even more than usual, probably won't be good for anyone's mental health. I don't know about this, but if you're on board with it...
Oh.
Absolutely not. Huh? Don't get me wrong. You can all stay in a group if you want, just so long as that group doesn't include me. Whoa. Try to read the room here. The conversation was totally moving toward everyone agreeing. I know, but I don't want to. You're being so selfish here. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. Oh? And what are you going to do about it, Kaku? Me? Well, I decline your offer. I'm going back to my room. Alone.
Oh.
Unless you think you can do anything to make me change my mind. That is...
Hey!
Yo, back off, Hiriko. You got no right to throw your weight around like this. Yeah, you tell her, Takamaru. And what are you going to do about it? I know you don't hit girls. Yeah, you got me there. Oh, come on, man. You can try to force me to stay, but I wouldn't recommend it. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hiriko strolled confidently toward the door, but right as she was almost there, she stopped. Then she turned to me. We'll talk tomorrow, Takumi. I want you fresh and well rested to hear what I have to tell you. Boo! It was obvious none of us could sway Hiriko from her decision. And there wasn't much point in all but one of us staying in a group, so we went back to our rooms like usual. There is a point to it. What are you talking about? Alright, whatever. Hey, Hiriko, why'd you call me all the way out here? You want to hear what I have to say, don't you? Yeah, but couldn't we have talked in the cafeteria or something? Everyone's already on edge. It's probably better that we stay inside the school. It's too late for us to stick together in one big group and watch each other's backs at this point. You don't know that for sure. We haven't even tried it yet. I know what I'm talking about. If that were really an effective countermeasure, why didn't you suggest it before now? Well, don't bother. I know the reason why. It's because you're still afraid of this ridiculous curse. Somewhere in the back of your head, you believe that sticking together won't make any difference in the long run.
Hey!
Why didn't you suggest it then? Everyone knows you don't believe in the curse, so if it was your plan, they might have actually gone along with it. That will become clear once you hear my story. Now, where should I begin? I suppose, with Ima's death. What do you think killed him, Takumi? What, killed him? Sorry, but I'm still leaning towards the curse. None of it makes sense otherwise. Think about it. There are other explanations for his cage still being locked besides ghosts. Like suicide? Ima's hardly been in a stable mental state lately. He's been getting worse and worse ever since Kako disappeared.
Huh?
So it all got too much for him, and he decided to end it all. No, he'd have needed a weapon. And even if he had one, could he have stabbed himself that many times? No. No. No one can just stab themselves that many times using just sheer pure willpower. That is not a thing that can happen. You're letting your fear cloud your judgment. You shouldn't need me to spell this out for you. But I thought the same thing at first.
Huh?
When I saw Ima's body, my first thought was suicide, even though it made no logical sense. Takumi, Kako is still alive. At least, she is in this timeline. This timeline? I'm the one who made her disappear. Called it! Then, the night she went missing. That really was you I saw. Yes, that's right. And the weird shadow I saw after that. What? Hold on, I don't know what you're talking about now. Then that one wasn't you then. Whatever it was, no, it wasn't me. Well. Let's put that aside for the moment. It's got nothing to do with me, so it'll only confuse matters. Back to my original point. I'm the one who made Kako disappear. You. You're the reason Emo is driven crazy worrying about his sister. Yes, I won't make excuses, it's true. Why would you do that? I thought we were friends. I had my reasons. I'll explain everything. I'll start with the most important thing, which may also be the hardest for you to believe. I'm a time traveler. Although, if we want to get technical, it's more like a time loop than a time leap. Loop? Leap? You mean you're like me? You can think of it that way if you want. I've lived through our time here several times before. But I don't retain all my memories from the previous loops. I just get fragments of it sometimes. Flashes of things that have happened without any real context. Oh, so you're a shifter. You're an Esper. You're an Uchikoshi character. Okay. If y'all know, you know. And if you don't know, leave a comment below and maybe one day I'll get to that game. Hopefully, I really want to. I've experienced a timeline a lot like this one before. Up until day 23 when Nozomi was attacked. In that one, you tried to tackle the attacker and got knocked out. You were in a coma right up until day 100. During that time, I had to fight on my own. And right at the end, I finally found out who was behind it all. I found out who that person was with the scythe who attacked Nozomi was. It was Kako. It was the weirdest thing. When I heard that, I wasn't surprised at all. It was almost like I knew that was where this was going. Oh, those have been me. It was the weirdest thing. When I heard that, I wasn't surprised at all. It was almost like I knew where this was going. I even saw the whole thing in my head, as vivid and clear as if it had been there. I thought you'd been acting strange lately, but I guess this explains it. You actually believe me? Are you sure you don't want to think about it some more? When that person with the scythe attacked, you brought me an infuser. Even at the time, I thought it was weird that you were that prepared. I don't think many people would hear a scream and immediately go for their weapons. It all just lined up too perfectly. But if you already knew that was what was going to happen, it makes a lot more sense. It was a little careless of me. But it was that, or that you end up in a coma again. And that's also why you were against everyone staying in one big group. Yes, we tried it before in other loops. The results varied, but it never did any good. Everyone ended up dead all the same. I didn't want to see that happen again. Those are the facts. Kako is the murderer. That is why I got rid of her. You didn't kill her though, right? Even if she killed people in the other timelines, this version of her hadn't done anything yet. I'm not the kind of person who could kill someone just because they'd grow up to be a murderer. So instead, I tried to take her out of the equation another way. But I'll tell you more about that later. Why later?
Huh.
It will be easier if I show you some evidence to go with that part of the story. For now, just focus on these 2 facts. Kako is alive, and I'm the one who made her leave. Do you understand what I'm saying? Kako isn't dead, and what happened to her wasn't your responsibility. All that is my fault, and mine alone. Try to take that in, and stop looking so gloomy all the time. Wait, did you tell me all this just to make me feel better? I'm not sure if I completely believe all this yet, but I definitely believe that you're a lot nicer than we give you credit for. Don't get the wrong idea. I couldn't stand to see our team leader not doing his job, that's all. Anyway, we're done for today. If you don't get your brain in gear after this, I might just have to whack it like an old TV to get it working again. Can I ask you one last thing? What is it? If you've been through all this before, then you know, right? You know what made Kako suddenly start attacking people, with a scythe of all things. I think it was probably because she opened that box we found at the shrine. With that last remark, Hiroko walked away. The box. That's where it all led back to. What in the world was that thing? Okay, we saw in a different timeline, like, Aito get possessed and kill himself in one of the Box of Blessings routes. And I think that's vaguely kind of what has happened with Kako, is that she got possessed
To rise and shine.
and started trying to kill us. I think that might be what was happening. Oh, sorry. I had to stretch just there. I also think that, I don't know, I'm curious what Kago's been doing. She might have been able to come in here and kill some people at times, but how would she be sneaking in unless she knew about the other cage entrance? Which does mean that Ima's death could have been suicide because, okay, this is an out there story. It's an out there idea. The cage passageway. We don't know where it goes. We don't know where it comes from. It might be able to lead from outside the school. Say Kako was using that to get back into the school at times. Now that Ima has been put in a cage in there with her, she's no longer able to come freely through there. This would explain how there's no signs of her. It also would explain how she was able to, like, lock or unlock key. So Ima might not have suicided. He could have been killed by Kako, or he could have suicided. If he suicided, it's because I think Kako, like, told him that she doesn't care about him and to, like, fuck off, basically. Otherwise, Kako might have had a key to both cages, been able to get herself from the cage with the passageway to the other cage, kill Ima, and get back, lock all the doors, leave no sign, get back out. Those are my current thoughts on how that one happened. But again, that is a very convoluted and very out there theory. But that's why you guys like my channel, right? It's for my weird theories. I got up, had breakfast, and went back to my room. I was still thinking over what Hiroko had said to me. She claimed to have experienced all this before in another timeline, or a time loop. Under normal circumstances, it was the kind of story no one would believe, but I had no reason to doubt her. After all, I was a time traveler myself, with 100 days worth of memories from another timeline. And if she were trying to deceive me, she'd probably have come up with a more credible story. I'm more worried about how the box fits into all of this. There's someone else I need to talk to, too. Hello, what's up? Oh, I just came to see how your research is going. Not great, unfortunately. I found plenty of interesting books, though, all about the invaders' history. It seems that they've sealed away a lot of things. Sealed away? I'm still a little hazy on the details, but I'll let you know once I know more. Is there a shade that they sealed away in the box and that got loose? And in some timelines, Aito had it, and in other ones, now Kako has it? I spent the rest of the day in the library. I did what I could to help the Ghost Boy with his research. We still didn't find anything useful about the box, though.
Up and Adam troops!
Please let us talk to Hiroko again. Sorry, I'm just like...
Huh?
Oh! Hi, ghosty girl. Hi, Wraith. Morning again. You talked to me in Kako's voice before, but Kako's not dead.
Ah.
That means you really are just a hallucination. But even if Kako is still alive, that doesn't change what happened to the others. It'd only be natural for them to resent me for getting them killed. I've got to do what I can for those of us that are still here. Maybe I'll go hang out with someone or something. Sure, we can go hang out with Nozomi. We were giving her kaleidoscopes to get... she's at, what, rank 4, I think? Oh, rank 3. She still has a bit to go. Please?
Wow! I can have this? Thank you. I'll cherish it forever and ever.
Yay.
What's your future dream, Takumi? I realize I've never thought seriously about it before. I was always so busy with experiments and training. But if we save mankind by winning this war, I'm going to find my own dream. After resting first, of course. I'll spend some time finally living like a normal high school girl. I'll hang out with friends after school, get excited about Christmas and Valentine's Day and stuff like that. Oh, but I'll need to find someone who makes me excited for those festivals first. I've never given anyone Valentine's chocolates before. What about you, Takumi? Have you ever received chocolates from anyone?
Possibly Karuwa, but Karuwa may or may not exist. Probably doesn't exist. Probably was all simulation. That's what other timelines have told us.
What am I asking? I'm sure you have. Sorry for the silly question.
So the answer is kind of yes, kind of no, because yes, it happened, but no, it wasn't real life. You're bond. Yay! Bond up. We knew that already. Alright. Getting everyone's bond up is not going to take nearly as long as I had originally thought, which it seems, which is good. And now it's great because we can just, it's pretty much just pure story and
I can have this?
free time events.
Thank you. I'll cherish it forever and ever.
Yay. Time passed and day turned into night. I headed back to my room and got into bed. Before long, I'd fallen into a deep sleep. Day 61. Maybe it was the fatigue from the past few days catching up with me, but I couldn't bring myself to do much that day. I just hung out in my room, spacing out and letting time pass me by. When night rolled around, I went to bed and let sleep wash over me, hoping that tomorrow would be better. Day 62.
Up and Adam troops!
The morning announcement had barely faded when I heard the scream. It sounded like Gaku. What the? Takumi, you hear that just now? Yeah, I couldn't tell who it was, but I heard a scream.
Please tell me it's not another attack.
That's my body odor. finally gotten too much for somebody?
None of us were the ones who screamed, right? Who does that leave? Who's not here?
Just Hirko and... Somebody help! It's here! I saw it! Oh, it's just you. Alright, everyone, false alarm.
Gaku again? I'm going back to bed.
Hey, what's with that half-assed reaction? I need help! It's coming for me!
Feels like I don't even need to ask, but what's coming for you?
The ghost, of course! I was asleep just now, but then out of nowhere, someone grabbed my leg. It was a touch as cold as death, an unrelenting grip filled with hate. It's got to be a ghost! The commander's curse is taking effect.
Hiriko had the right idea. Even with Gaku screaming his head off, she never even left her room.
Good work, everyone. Sorry I was so useless. I'ma let this slide since it was after the morning announcement, but don't go pulling this shit after dark, okay? How can you guys be so heartless? I was just attacked by a vengeful ghost.
Yeah. I'm sure you've been through a tough time. Like I said, I'm going back to bed. If you disturb me again, there will be consequences.
All that screaming must have taken it out of you. Would you like me to get you some breakfast? Come on! Isn't anyone going to show me real sympathy? If it was a ghost, if I was a ghost, you're the last guy I'd want to haunt. Takumi, you believe me, right? You believe in ghosts, right? I don't think anyone's completely ruling them out at this point. So then why does no one believe me when I try to tell them about it? Huh? Well, say something. You gotta help me, man. The ghost is after me now. I could die. Just stand by me, okay? Whatever you do, don't leave me alone. I guess I can do that. Great! I knew you wouldn't let me down. Now we're gonna need protection. Help me find some salt. Gaku stuck to me like glue for the rest of the day. I had my doubts about his idea of protection, but I did my best to humor him.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 63rd day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another...
Right, I skipped these. Sorry. I know sometimes I just end up zoning out mid-recording, and I'm sorry about that, y'all. It usually ends up happening with the Siri announcements because I'm like, oh, they're talking. And it just takes me a second because I don't process sound as quickly as I should. So it's like, oh, yep, they're talking. 3 lines later, oh, wait, no, this is stuff I don't care about and I normally skip. Whoops. Whatever. I barely had time to take note of the morning announcement when a different sound filled the air.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
Not
Unauthorized personnel detected on
surprised,
stool
but
grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available.
a little bit surprised. I was not wanting that. But I think all of the commanders are gone except for the final 2. So we should be fine for that, I think. It's an enemy attack. I'd better get to the war room. Although again, skipping it doesn't quite matter. As usual, everyone was there waiting for me. How do they always get here so fast? I pushed aside those unimportant concerns and turned my attention to the battlefield. What's our status?
It's all small fries this time. A lot of them, but no signs of any commanders.
That makes sense. The last commander we beat was the 12th one. Veshness is the only one left now. She won't be coming this time, though. How can you know that? Don't ask such questions, I just do. Whoa, okay, sheesh. Whoa, okay, sheesh. No need to blow your stack. Hiriko has memories from other timelines. That's how she knows whether or not Veshness will appear in this battle. I hope she's right. Anyway, we better get started. Is everyone ready? Let's do this! Defensive battle! Initiate! Stabby, stabby, fun time. Stabby, stab, fun. Ah yes, time for a nice little break in the story to watch a bunch of bioengineered weapons made from the souls of friends and foes alike get slaughtered. Always a fun time.
Help me!
Great, we can hear them now.
What's with these voices?
It's the curse! I told you guys there were evil spirits out to get us!
I guess we should have expected this. It is kind of creepy, though.
Ignore them! We got invaders to kill. Right, let's go.
I think we got them all.
Yay!
The next wave is usually when the commander shows up.
If there's no commander, this should be easy. Keep going, everyone!
Oh, nice relaxing break for me. This is, I think this is gonna be my drink time, where I get a nice sip of my A&W root beer, not sponsored, sadly. Not sponsored by anyone, ever. I'm such a small channel, what am I even talking about? But god, would that be awesome. Can you imagine getting free A&W? God, that would be so good. I love this stuff.
Wow! I know a consolation prize of a character like me has no right to brag, but that really wasn't too hard!
Not physically, but putting up with those weird voices the whole time was totally stressful.
See? It's just one more way the curse is manifesting itself!
You really gotta let that go, man.
At the very least, Zenta's curse didn't do anything. We haven't lost anyone since then.
This battle left a bad taste in my mouth. Can we go back now? Yeah. I'm going to take it easy in my room for a while.
Another battle was over. Like Tsubasa said, though, the eerie screams of our enemies had taken their toll on us. Even after we went back to the school, I could still feel them ringing in my ears. Cool. Cool. Hey, Hiriko. Why do we have to go even farther away this time? You want to hear the rest of my story, don't you? You're going to tell me more today, then. Yes, be patient. We'll be there soon. You said you were going to show me some evidence? Is that why we're here? Hiriko nodded.
Oh?
Follow me. What is this place? What's this machine? I call it the Parallel Leap Machine, or PLM for short. Parallel Leap. Don't ask me what that means, or why it's here, or who built it. I don't know any of that. All I know is the basic of what it does and how to operate it. And I only worked that out through trial and error. It seems to be a device that allows travel between parallel universes. Parallel universes. You mentioned something similar before. Alternate histories? They're like other worlds. Alternate futures created by differing actions.
Oh?
This allows us to travel between those worlds, the timelines where things played out differently. So it's like a time machine? No, not at all.
Oh?
It only moves you to another timeline. It is not to the past or the future. You just jump into another universe on the same day, at the same time. When you said Kako wasn't dead, but you took her out of the equation, you used this to send her to another universe, didn't you? Yes. If I had let her remain here, she would have killed everyone. I had no way to prove it, and explaining this to everyone would have been problematic. So I sent her away to somewhere she couldn't hurt us.
Oh?
I won't make excuses, but it had to be done. I don't really know if I believe being... I don't really know if being sent to another universe is a bad thing or not. This was just Hiriko's way of neutralizing a threat after all. Kako probably didn't like it, and Evil wouldn't have been too happy either, but I wasn't going to condemn her for it. Assuming all of this is true, what kind of world did she end up in? I was in a hurry that day, so I just selected a timeline so far away from this one, as far away from this one as possible. Here, let me check. Hiriko stepped up to the machine and started tinkering with the controls. Well, this is unfortunate. The PLM is broken. We can't use it anymore. What? Somebody's interfered with the programming and wrecked it from the inside out. There's no way we can repair it like this. But who would do something like that? The machine logs its user sessions, but most of the details have been erased too. It does tell us when it was used though. We can make some deductions based on that. The last time the machine was used on day 36. Day 36. That's the day Ato disappeared. I think he used the machine to escape to a parallel universe. He must have left some kind of delayed release virus in the system so we couldn't follow him. He went all the way to another world? Why would he want to do that? We'll never know. We've got no way of asking him or figuring out where he went. It's best to just forget about it. The real problem is how he got out of that cage that day. He couldn't have escaped on his own, so someone from the team must have let him out. Takumi, I know you're going through a lot, and I admit that I'm responsible for a lot of it. But I need you to think about this calmly and clearly. You have to forget about ghosts and concentrate on the very real threats we're facing. Yeah, I know. It's just what? Nothing. It's nothing. The ghostly woman has been watching us the whole time, but telling Hiriko wouldn't do me any good. Logically, I knew she was just a hallucination. But with her constantly hovering on the edge of my vision, it was easy to forget that sometimes.
Up and at 'em, troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for...
I really don't think this is a good idea.
Hey!
Shut up, man! I'm going! Don't try to stop me! Huh? I heard voices raised outside and rushed out to see what was going on. What's happening? What's all this noise? Takumi. Oh, hey, Takumi! Why are you two fighting? I could hear you through the walls. Takamaru says he's going to go out searching the ruins on his own. What? Why would you want to do that? Ain't it obvious? All this stuff about curses and crap keeps coming back to the box of whatever it was. We keep going in circles because we still don't know what the deal is with that box. I'm gonna go find one so we figure out what it is and how it works. Then we can finally put this whole thing to bed. But... I'm going whether you like it or not. If you try and stop me, I won't go easy on you. Takumi, can't you do something? Okay, that's actually not a bad idea, Takamaru, but you shouldn't go there on your own. I'll come with you. Whatever, do what you want. Thank you, Takumi.
Huh?
Don't worry about it. Let the others know what we're doing, okay? Let's get going, Takamaru. Do you have any idea where we should start? Nah, I'll figure we'll go with our guts. Your instincts can lead you to stuff you wouldn't notice consciously sometimes. That's how this works, right? Well, kind of. Let's just do our best out there. And so, Takamaru and I spent the day outside school grounds, scouring the ruins for another box. Oh, whoa? Oh. Oh? 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 What? For the past few days, Takamaru and I have done little else but explore the ruins outside the school. We checked the inside of the one containing the doll thoroughly, but hadn't found anything out of the ordinary. So we decided to look for another one. We'd seen 2 so far, so it stood to reason there might be more out there. At least, that's what we thought. But here we were at the end of day 71 with nothing to show for it. Even Takamaru knew when to admit defeat. Reluctantly, we both trudged back to the school. Day 72.
Up and at 'em, troops! Time to rise and shine!
Okay, I think this is a perfect spot to call it for this episode. Day 72. Good number to stop on. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you're all enjoying this as much as I am. And if you are, I hope you will leave a like, comment, or subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Past that, I will see everybody next time. Bye.